Hello and welcome to this session on JMeter beginner tutorial, and today we are going to learn how can we append or add timestamp in the names of result file so that a unique result file is created every time. And we will go very basic step by step, and we will see why do we need it and how do we add the timestamp. So let's get started, and I will go to my JMeter, and I have already created a very simple test plan which has a thread group and HTTP request that goes to this lifecharger.org website and view results in tree listener. I will add another listener and I will say this is listener, let us say aggregate report, and I also want to save this to a CSV file. So I have my JMeter test folder on desktop and I'm going to save this here. So I will just copy this location, go to my JMeter, and in aggregate report in the file name section I will just add the location and I will say report folder, and the name of the CSV file will be result.csv. So this should create a CSV file here. I will just save and run this. So it has given us the results, and if I go to the folder I can see a report folder getting created and result.csv getting created. Now if I run it again, you can see I am getting a warning that this CSV file already exists. Now it is giving us few options that do I want to append to the existing file, or I want to overwrite, or I do not want to start. So now if you are working with JMeter, this can be a big issue because every time you will have to either delete the file from this location from here, or you have to append it, but you want that at every run a new file getting created and you do not waste your time in manually deleting or appending to the file. So in that case, one of the best option is we should append a timestamp along with the name of the CSV file so that every time a unique file gets created, and also it will give us the timestamp of the file. So for that what we have to do is, let us go to options and go to function helper dialog, and here you can search for a function called time. So if you go down you will find a function called time. Just click here, and here it is giving us the option, the format of the time, and then the variable in which you want to store. So let us say I want the format as MM-dd-yyyy-HH-mm-ss. This will give me the date, and I also want hours, minutes and seconds, and let us say I want to store this in a variable called time var. And if you now click on this generate and copy to clipboard, you can see it has given us this syntax. Okay, so this is the syntax that will generate the timestamp for us. Now in our case we just want to append it to the file name. We do not want to store it in any variable, so I'm just going to delete this, and again I will say generate and copy, and it has given us this syntax. It also gives us the result, so the result will be something like this. So you can create, generate and test your function here, and once you are satisfied just copy this from here, and then I will just go and paste it in my notes. So this is the syntax, and now I will just add this to the file name. So I'm going here and I'm going to say this is an underscore, and then I will add this, and that's it. And let me save and run it again, and let me go to my report, and you can see it has created the result with the timestamp. If I run it one more time, you can see the new file getting created. Now another thing that you should keep in mind is, let us say if I am adding this timestamp, I will just delete it from here and add it in the beginning of the file name. Okay, so now if you are adding it here, if I save it and try to run it now, let me go and see, you can see it has not created the timestamp properly. So you can see it has actually given the exact syntax here and not converted to the timestamp. So for that what you have to do is, the problem is we have to escape this $sign. So either you can put a double backslash, or if you are on Unix or Mac machine, you can give a / here and then save it and run it again. Okay, so once you have to override, and then it should work properly. Okay, so you can see new files are getting generated. So this is how you can create unique result files with timestamp. If you like this session, please hit the like button, share this video with others, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I will meet you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.